Hi, I'm Jay Ho, and I look like crap. Okay, what we're going to do here is we're going to interview the CEO of the All Out Podcast, Heavy J. Hey, Heavy J.
Hey everybody,
All
Heavy
right.
J.
What's going on?
Man, we just wrapped up the season finale of the All Out Podcast with Heavy J.
There you
and
go. J Ho.
over there somewhere.
Oh,
There,
J
there
Ho.
he is.
There you go.
There he is. He looks like a wet bandit from Home Alone.
So what I like to do is I just want to do just an interview, and you just go at it. So when did you come up with the idea of a podcast?
A few months ago, I was laying in bed after work, and I'm just laying there thinking about things I've done, and thinking I needed to do something with my life. And I was thinking about a few years ago, a friend of mine and myself, we did a live video, not really a podcast, but like a live video radio show, and it was called The Joe Show Live. And we did it on Ustream, and it was a giant headache all the time. I don't know how many times we would bottom out the internet connection. We'd have like 4 Skype calls going at the same time, and just everything failed miserably. So I cut my teeth on that. Also, I used to work at the local radio station for a couple years as a DJ. Always liked doing this kind of stuff. I was thinking, this is something that I can do on my own time, even if no one else in the world is awake. I can still do this. So I set out to find a co-host. Jay Ling came on board. Jay Ling had some stuff going on. Things kind of fell apart for a couple of weeks. And now it's evolved into everything that we set out to make it be, or at least we're getting there. So
There you go. I didn't know you worked at the local radio station.
I did.
That's bad. I worked there for 13 years.
I worked there. I worked there until my 5-year-old was born. So about 7 years ago, for about a year and a half.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Now see, now I just learned something.
You weren't there.
No, I weren't there.
I weren't there.
No, I weren't there then. But
I did the Thursday night and the Sunday morning, and that Sunday morning, man.
been there, done that.
I had a couple of days where the boss had to come in and wake me up and yell at me for having dead air for an hour and a half. Ugh.
This happens. Okay, dead air happens. So where's the podcast headed now?
Podcast is headed straight to the top. To the top, I say.
Yes.
We're on iTunes now. You can look up All Out Podcast, find us on iTunes, download it for free. I don't know if you can stream from iTunes. I don't use it. I am not really a big Apple guy. I have an iPod. I got it for free. I bought a video camera from Tiger Direct, and when I filled in the shipping information, I accidentally sent it to my ex-mother-in-law's house because I didn't change the address from the last thing I had. And so I contact them by email, and I'm like, hey, I need to change that address because I'd like to get that camera and not be awkward as hell. So they're like, well, it's already in transit. What we can do is put out a message to the driver, and hopefully he'll get it. And if you don't get it by whatever day, get a hold of us again, and we'll take care of it for you. I was like, okay. So 2 days go by, and I get a phone call from my ex-mother-in-law. Hey, there's this package here. You can come pick it up. I'm like, okay, because I want this camera, and apparently the driver didn't get the message. So I go pick it up. I go home, and I shit you not, there's a box on my porch. And I'm like, no, they didn't. And I open the box, and it's the exact same camera. So I had 2 of them. And I got online, and I was looking at my account to make sure I didn't get charged for 2 of them. And I didn't. I just paid for the 1. So I got this free bonus camera. And like I got on their like live chat support deal.
Right.
And I was like, hey, I got 2 of this. And the dude was awesome. He's like, you know what? I didn't hear this. You just don't worry about it. You have yourself a $200 camera for free. So what I did, like I had them both for a long time. One of them I just left in the box. And I was on Facebook one day, and my cousin was trying to sell her iPod, an iPod Touch. And I was like, well, I don't want to buy it, but if you want a video camera, I'll trade you straight up. It's brand new, $200 video camera.
I love it.
For a used iPod Touch. And she's like, yeah, we can do that if I don't sell it. She didn't sell it, and it's in my car.
Bingo.
And it was free. I would never pay for one. Anyway, so we're on the iTunes that I don't use. But a lot of people do.
Yeah.
So it was a good business decision and painless. So we did that. Hitting the YouTube, starting to get these kind of off-scheduled bits that are coming up now, shows that are just starting up. Bear with us because that's going to get real big, real fast, and real good. We got a lot of creativity between myself, Jay Ho, Jay Ling, and the world for inspiration, because let me tell you, this guy
It's an
right here
inspiring
can
world.
find people that can inspire you to do whatever you need to do. So that's where we're at. That's where we're going.
All right. Well, Heavy J, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. We're going to have a lot of fun. Look for some big things.
Oh man, it's gonna be like Christmas lights up in the sky.
Up in the sky. That's it.